if you're going to be spreading such a thing about my name and then not having any proof to back it up, and still trying to block my career when I put you in that position. He wasn't a comedian until he came to my show. He's still not a comedian now.
Charles Manase. Welcome to the 20th Avenue podcast, my G.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. What's up with the hiatus, bro? 4 years. No one knew where Charles Manase was.
Story is my king. Like, there's several stories, some personal, some business-wise, but it turns out like I've been cock-blocked in the industry by a couple of individuals.
So you're blacklisted?
Yes.
Or cancelled?
Yes.
How can you allow people to cancel you when they didn't make it in the first place?
You see what I mean? Like, yeah. I thought it was a thing where like, they had the hold over me in that regard, but only lately am I discovering that it was just one person who seems to have a beef that is completely unnecessary. So I don't care anymore, really. So
all this time when you know that like it's because you've been cancelled and blacklisted, well, it's because of someone's doing.
Well, yes and no. Initially, it was because of like a bad deal with my last manager. Yeah. That kind of messed up my entire personal life. And then I had to go through a whole thing where I was coming back to normal, where I had to take a big step back from my whole from the career so that I could get my mind right.
Yeah.
Because I was losing my mind. I was going insane. I was all over the place. I was homeless for a certain point of time. So it was all just like a jumble of things up until it was all sorted, and now I'm back. Now the whole blacklisting thing falls in line where I'm trying to come back to find that I've been barred from coming back. So that's why I was like,
let's just take this like slowly. Let's speak properly. You saying that you got blacklisted? Why? And who is this person?
Why?
Yeah.
I was accused of something that I didn't do. Yes, I was accused of sexually assaulting someone, which I didn't do.
Yeah.
And then instead of anybody trying to find proof that I either did or did not do it, they just took it at face value and then they ran with it.
Yeah.
The person never stepped forward. The person never went to the cops. The only thing they did was accuse me of it, and then everybody believed them.
Yeah.
Which was complete nonsense. But I get it, you know. Because I don't want to be a situation where I'm like, nah, I never believe someone who accuses somebody else of sexual assault. Because in the case that it actually had happened, you should speak out. You should not keep silent. People should actually have, or the repercussions happen to them. But in this instance where it didn't happen, but it was told as the truth and then affected my career as a whole, that is where I had an issue.
Yeah.
And I'm being told now that I'm being blocked from performing in places like by their head comedian who's there right now.
Okay. Which head comedian is that?
That will be.
Bro. Okay, yeah. We're not exposing names, but we're just so you said
I don't give a fuck.
You said cock blocking you.
Yes, apparently, because from the people that I've been talking to, he's the one who said, nah, he doesn't work with an abuser. Which would have been great if I was, you know. But now, if you're going to be spreading such a thing about my name, and then not having any proof to back it up, and still trying to block my career when I put you in that position, he wasn't a comedian until he came to my show. He's still not a comedian now, but he's just a guy with a show.
So are you? When did you guys last speak? Like the two of you?
The beginning of this year. Yeah, when I was trying to talk to him about like, maybe I can actually join, because I needed to know what it was that had caused me to be blacklisted in the first place.
Yeah.
So I was talking to everybody. That's when I found out what it was.
Yeah.
And then I talked to the people who would listen, and then the one question that I had was finally answered, which was, if I did do it, then why was nothing ever really leveled against me? Nobody made an official charge of any sort or an accusation of any kind. Everything is just based on rumors. And then those rumors were given enough credence to take over my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like, yeah, no, but you know, these things, you must keep it on the low. If it's my life being screwed over, and I'm not going to coddle anyone based on that. If you're trying to fuck with my life, I'll fuck with yours.
So in other words, you're saying that is the reason why like you've been
He's
like, absent in the comedy sector.
Unfortunately,
Oh.
no, not directly. Not directly, no. Some of it is me not performing. But when I actually do want to go out and perform, I'm being told that the person who's blocking me from performing where I want to perform is him.
Yo, Charles, like this is a heavy issue, bro. Like I'm just wondering why
it's not really a heavy issue for me. It's a thing where like a lot of people would rather not discuss it because they feel like it's a thing I've noticed about Botswana. When a lot of people in general, they avoid conflict because they try not to be seen as a bad person. But in this case, if I avoid the conflict, then it's it's my name being tarnished. Nobody else is saying nothing about it because nobody has defended me in any way, form, or manner. Even the people who knew that I did nothing. In fact, the person who knows for a fact that I did nothing went and became his manager. You see my problem? Yeah. So instead of anybody trying to clear up my name in that regard, they just went and chucked me under the bus. So I am not. I've got no beef, but I'm not going to lie for anyone else's benefit.
But are you willing to like make peace with?
I've got no beef with him. I've gone to him and I actually said I want to talk to you, and then he was like, yeah, and then he's never spoken to me again. I've seen him in 2 or 3 shows. I've actually gotten confirmation today that he's blocked me from other shows and told people that he will quit the comedy industry if anybody else works with me, which is ironic because
is he influential to the extent that like he's pulling such strings
to the industry? No. No. He's just the guy who happened to have the contract that I left behind.
Okay.
Other than that, he's built nothing, he's done nothing, he's performed in places that other people have invited him to perform, but that's about it.
Okay, so like when we're talking like this, it's not like we're trying to like paint a bad image on him, like
No, not in the least. But the thing is, like I've been saying, if anybody wants to say something, I am not going to lie for anyone else. If you ask me what's going on, that's exactly what went on. You see my thing?
Okay.
So I'd rather put it out there in the forefront.
Yeah.
And then if there's going to be something like, if we need to talk it over, sure, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a matter of you're going to call me, call me.
Yeah.
But I've approached him.
Yeah.
And I got turned down. So I feel the ball's in his court. You know? Yeah. And with that being said, I'm not going to sit and then have people say what they want to say about me not having been true, and then have to continually defend myself. This is my way of just saying, okay, for once and for all, this is the problem, this is the noise, and this is where the noise is coming from.
Okay, since you're saying that, like, since it's 2024, like...
God damn it, why is this place so hot?
It's the lights, bro.
Why?
It's the lights.
Don't you have aircon with lights, nigga? The hell?
We not yet that reach, bro.
Oh my god.
We not yet that reach.
Jeez. Do you mind if I just wipe my face? No, keep rolling. You mind if I wipe my face?
Yeah, you can, bro. Go ahead.
God.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Because it's about to be a what episode?
It's hot. No, I mean, it's not about...
Yeah.
I'm not here to paint a picture, a negative picture of anybody or anything. I'm here to state what is on the ground.
Okay, but my question now is, because you my boy, is my boy also.
Yes.
I would really love it if you come say we have a conversation so it's balanced.
Yeah. I'll be down with that.
Yeah, no, I mean like on a separate occasion whereby he's just alone.
Oh, you don't want me and him in the same room?
Yeah, because the third episode installation be like the two of you now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because I want it to be balanced. Because I don't want people saying that no, he's taking Charlie's side because of $0 and stuff like that.
You see, that's me. I don't care.
So now my question is, it's 2024.
Yeah.
You're saying that like you want to come back after long hiatus.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're saying that you've been cock-blocked, like how are you sure that like this will continue? Like will you manage to penetrate without being cock-blocked?
Yes. Because what I've asked for is a stage that is already existing to be able to perform on. I was asking for entrance into something that I helped make, into something that I helped. Because pre-2019, I ran that entire thing for a year and a half. So I went back to be like, okay, guys, are we still in the same boat? And it turns out we're not. But that doesn't mean that I've stopped performing totally, because okay, since I cannot perform where I built, I might as well build somewhere else. You know, I was trying to make sure that the bridge is no use before I burn it.
Yeah.
You know, so if I walk up and I'm like, yo, so can we work together, and the person spits in your face, I'm not going to work with you, but that doesn't mean I stopped working.
Yeah.
Because I started this before I met a lot of these people. I continued it after I met them. And I stopped to get myself right. But if I'm going to be continuing my career, then they didn't make me funny.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Hell, I made some of them funny too.
Actually, I wasn't aware of this story.
No, a lot of people are not. A lot of people just see me messing, and then they hear the story, and then they just go, oh yeah, ne? And then they just keep it to themselves. But nobody's ever going to step in the forefront and be like, yeah, no, this is definitely what happened.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I've actually realized the reason why I'm saying it like this, which might seem rude to a lot of people, but I'm not going to take it back, is the fact that had someone stepped up and actually defended and said I didn't do this, I wouldn't have had to speak. But since nobody did, I am going to say it in my own words, and now because I'm saying it myself, nobody can tell me how to say it.
No, I get you. You also mentioned that like part of your hiatus was caused by personal issues. Like you said that you once went homeless.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
After the accusations of the assault came through, my business partner and also my manager kicked me out of the house and took my contracts. Because he says he didn't want to be associated, because he was a lawyer. So he said that might put his bar and his law license at risk. So I get home, and there's a letter on my bed telling me that I'm no longer allowed to be a member of the company. Well, not really. I was suspended from active duty within the company, but still held major shares. 1-2-1-2, I'm being told like, yeah, my contract has been moved. I'm like, oh, okay, bet. Then after like 2 days, I found another letter that said I needed to be out of the house in the next 3 days. Because the guy was taking the house, and so he's already taken my business. So he took the house, and then I had no choice but to leave.
So why you not take like legal action against your former business partner?
Because back then I cared about what people. I cared, you know. I was that. Maybe we can fix it. This is what's gonna happen. Nobody would ever do anything bad to me, because why would they when I haven't done anything bad to them? I didn't understand that the world works like that. I didn't understand that the world works with whoever's best interest at heart. So now that when I finally got to a point where I'm like, you know what, screw these people. You know, by then the situation had changed. And then I found that revenge was not really the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
And 1-2-1-2, God decides to do my work for me, and then now there's one less problem on the table, and it's 6 feet in the ground. You know what I mean?
So why go homeless, though, Charles?
Why go homeless?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't gonna ask anybody for a house. I had one. I was just trying to get back into where I was. I thought I could still go back to the comfort I knew. Only to find that is just a whole completely different thing. So from that point on, I had to, I don't know how to explain. Like, have you ever reached a point where you are so done asking, talking, begging, you just shut up and you just do the things? That's where I was at that point. Because I was my partner for 7 years that I lived with at that point. We had also just broken up immediately. All my friends just seemed to disappear except one. It was a nightmare. Like, it genuinely was a nightmare. But I just thought to myself, okay, if I don't die from this, I'm definitely going to be different. Yeah, and 4 years down the line, I'm still alive, and I'm definitely different. Definitely different.
So the content will be dope.
Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. My thing was, people have always asked me like what I would do if I had no holds barred. Like, what would I say if I really wanted to say something? 2024 is that's what we're going to be finding out. I've had journalists come up to me as well who don't like what I say.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to address.
Yeah.
But
so when you're homeless, where were you staying exactly?
I would stay in unfinished houses.
You mean in the like block 8, block 9, block 10?
Everywhere.
How would you know that this house is like...
You would have passed it. Like I would have walked past it at some point, maybe during the day or during the evening, and then I see, this is a house, no fence, no nothing, no roof. And there's nobody living there. So luckily when that happened to me, I think it was around July. Yeah, it was around July, August. So the winter had just ended.
Yeah.
And we were moving into the heat.
Yeah.
So I could find houses that even if they didn't have a ceiling, I could just sleep in there. Or sometimes I would find like a culvert that was particularly protected. I would jump in there. Or I would find like trap houses or where guys are slaying shit. Then I would just like ask to crash there if I buy bread or whatever. Yeah, so it was kind of like along those lines up until I found a steady place to stay in Mohode.
How did you stabilize?
My ex-girlfriend actually.
Okay.
Not the one I had just left. Like one of my old exes stepped forward and she did amazing. She found me and then she was like, where are you staying? I'm like, I don't have a place to stay. And then she's like, follow me right now. And I did. Found out a house. She put me in there for about 6 months.
Wow.
Met a bunch of guys. One of the most amazing people, groups of people. Also the type of people that no one would give them the time of day if they saw them any other place.
Yeah.
But those are the people that stopped everything and then they were like, yeah, no, we got you. That's when I realized that, like...
So did you ignite the fire with your ex, like when you were now staying with him?
Oh, that ex?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You mean the one that who took you in?
Yeah. Yeah. Temporarily, you know what I mean? Yeah, but then that also ended up just dying out, but much later.
But now you're stable by then?
When it died out.
Yeah, when you ended up moving out of your house?
Yeah, when I ended up moving out, it wasn't her house, it was a friend's house.
Oh.
Yeah, a guy that I'd never met.
Oh, she wasn't staying in that house?
She wasn't staying in that house. She stayed close to that house, so they were friends. But this guy, I had never met him. We meet, he's like, yo, what's your beef? I'm like, yeah, no, this is what's happening to me. He goes, bet. See that bed over there? If there's no one sleeping on it, it's yours. If there's someone on it, you can move and sleep on the floor. Perfect arrangement.
The ex-girlfriend was the one who was supplying groceries and stuff, trading?
No. No, it was me and those guys.
Okay.
That's how it was.
What was your social income?
Hustling, bro. Like anything from car washing to sometimes somebody would just call me and be like, no, can you still do advertising and copywriting? And I'm like, yeah. So I'll do like a bit of copy just from nowhere. Then we eat good for a week.
Yeah.
After that, it's like magwinya lele.
Acha. Yeah.
Acha is when you have money. It was magwinya lele lemabudula. Yeah, you take one of those big boobs, open the guinya, drop it in there, close it.
Yeah.
Go in with the ice pop. You're done for the day. You know what I mean?
That'll be your supper.
That's my breakfast, lunch, or supper.
Okay.
And you figure it out from there on.
Okay. So now you're back on your feet?
Yeah, now I'm back on my feet. I'm in a good place. I'm in a good relationship. I'm with the person I love. I started going on comedy again. I started talking to a lot of comedians. A lot of people asking me like, why have you been off? And I'm just like, Yeah.
But what did you learn from that experience?
People ain't shit. People they ain't shit.
Yeah.
But not everybody's evil. I've met a lot of people that I thought were my friends who just became insane. Then I met a lot of people who I never would have looked at twice or crossed paths with them. And those were the people that had me the most, you know?
Yeah.
So it was weird. It was weird finding out. It was also weird finding out the limit of my strengths and the weaknesses and what it is I can do, what it is I can't do. It was all a jumble of self-discovery, and it's still going on now. Because this is me. That happened to me directly, like 8 months after I was nominated to represent Botswana as like for the African Comics Choice Awards.
Yeah.
So I'm coming from what is the pinnacle of my career, where I'm representing the country in an industry, to facing that, you know, in less than 8 months. So that's why it hit really hard. So like I've dedicated everything that I have to do this, and yet this is where I find myself. So after that, it was like it gave me a different sense of what's important, who's important, what can I do, what can't I do. What is normal, what is accepted, what are the limits. And I will not lie, some of the things I found out about myself I'm not happy about.
What did you find out that you're not happy about?
I became an alcoholic, it turns out. I didn't know that I was an alcoholic until it gave me enough stress.
How did you find out that you're an alcoholic?
When I couldn't live without drinking. When I found that for me to actually be able to function without breaking out into a rage or deep depression, I needed to be drunk. Otherwise, I would always be constantly thinking about the things that went wrong, and then my mind would start screaming things like make plans on getting a revenge, or just nobody loves me, the world is full of it, and then I would just be non-functional. So I realized that being drunk would shut all that noise off.
Have you sobered up?
Mostly,
I know you're still drinking like now.
Yeah, like mostly I have sobered up. I'm not. I don't have to be drunk to function anymore. I do enjoy a good drink on occasion, but like it's not as bad anymore. You know, because like I said, I found a person who calmed me.
Who's this person, brother? You keep talking.
That's my baby. In fact, just so that like I don't lose anybody, and then people will be like, no, but what is this girl if I say keep baby? No, her name's Bridget.
Bridget.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this woman who makes you smile. I've never seen you smile after
Yeah.
It's the first time that I see you smile ever since I've known you.
Hey, bro. That girl made me. That girl made me different.
You see, the smile now, this is going to be a meme, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of like that scar thing that.
Yeah. Alright. So I always hear that comedians, they go through the most depression and stress.
Yeah.
That's why they are good at what they do.
Yeah.
So is it a thing like?
I mean, we have no choice, my guy. Because like where we are, comedians are usually people who they went through something.
Yeah.
But for them, humor was the way to deal with that something. You know, there's a lot of comedians who are, in fact, there's a lot of comedians who have led violent pasts.
Yeah.
Who've had death follow them like their neighbors. You know, it's insane, but they had to deal with it by making fun of it. Otherwise, they would have gone insane. Some of them, it worked, you know. Some, even with any level of success, it didn't. Like Robin Williams.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah. He was successful. He got to reach the pinnacles. One of the first comedians to sell out Madison Square Garden. The very first. Nobody else would have had done that before him. He broke new ground. He traveled the world, and then at the end of his life, it was him who was his biggest enemy because nobody understood what he was going through in his head. So that's the story of many comedians. Many comedians.
Okay.
But right now, I would say that it did. My choice of career did help me. Be this person. At least it helped me live. Also, I did try to kill myself, but that didn't work. So
how did that go?
Yeah, I mean, clearly I succeeded.
What did you do? Like, did you try to hang yourself? You drank some poison?
Oh wow, I OD'd. No, my last attempt I OD'd. The thing is, a lot of people always assume like when you try to commit suicide, you're looking for attention. They don't understand that if I succeed, then what attention am I getting? That's not how this works. My first attempt at hanging, the rope broke. And I only got found when I went to get a new one. Yeah, so I had scars around my neck for months. But this last attempt was the one from years ago. Was I OD'd on pain meds. So I I actually did my research. I looked up how many of these things would kill me with their strength, and I was told, 10 of them would kill you. I'm like, yeah. So I took 30. Yeah, I took I took 30. I bought like the family box, and then I just sat there on the edge of my bed, just popping these things, and I made 3 videos that night. I deleted everything from my phone.
Yeah.
Then I made a video to my ex-girlfriend then, a girl I was planning on marrying, and my business partner.
The same business partner?
The guy, and my father.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 people that I was leaving messages to. And I deleted every single thing from my phone except those 3 videos and their 3 contacts. And then I OD'd, I took a lot of these pills and then a lot of alcohol, then I went to bed. 5 in the morning, I wake up and I am sweating buckets. Like I am lying there and my sweat is yellow.
Yeah.
Then I just start puking. I crawl to a shower, and I was in that shower. I think I blacked out in that shower for about 4 hours with the water running. Yeah, I just turned the water on, sat down, and then I passed out. Then I woke up on my side with like puke just being washed into the drain. And I was sick for 2 weeks.
So no one knew what happened?
Only my friend who found me knew. Because I was in a B&B. And I didn't expect to be alive in the morning.
Yeah.
So I was like,
you don't pay the bill?
I paid the bill. I didn't find. But I was like, dude, that's more your problem. When you find me, that's a you thing. It's a you thing. Me, I'm out. Which I realized was a very selfish thing to do now as an adult. But like, I called a friend of mine because the guys by the B&B were banging on the door. Yeah. Then a friend of mine called. He was like, "Yo, people are looking for you." He was my best friend, maybe actually. Yeah. And he's the one who came through, found me, and then he took me back to his house, to his parents' house. And he walked in. He did the most gangster thing I've ever seen anybody do. He just walked in, looked at his parents. He goes, "Yeah, my friend is gonna be staying with us for a couple of days, and I just need you to understand." And they're like, "Sure." And then he just put me in bed at 7 in the morning. Then he's like, "Don't move." No, he put me in bed around 11 because we went to Bull and Bush first. He found me, we went to Bull and Bush, not Bull and Bush. What's that bar that's by Riverwalk? I forgot what it's called.
Dross, Lingalong.
I think it was Dross then, or it was Linger. I think it was Dross by that point. Yeah, I just walked into Dross. I sat down. He was like, "We need to get you food." And the moment he said that, my stomach just was like, nah. Went to the bathroom. I started puking. Yeah. And then I blacked out in that bathroom. Yeah. For an hour.
Yeah.
Until I got out, he took me to his house, put me in bed. Then he just closed off all the windows curtains and let me sleep for a full day. The very next day, he just wakes up and we start building a computer together.
As if nothing happened?
No, because something happened. Yeah. And he was just there like, I need help building a PC. And we're there putting together stuff because I like building things. And he walked me through that entire process, and then it took 3 more days of that. Then I was fine. I was fine enough to live, I didn't want to end it anymore. Then from there is when, like, most of having to deal with what happened, having to pick up my clothes, my furniture, having to deal with things of mine that were stolen by the person I trusted. All that nonsense.
Who's that person?
The guy who lived in my house, my former manager.
The same person that we spoke about earlier?
Yeah.
Aish. You've been through the most, bro.
Yeah. It happens and it happened, but we move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The worst thing I could do is just be like, it happened to me, feel sorry for me. It won't change anything.
It won't change anything.
No.
And you came back strong.
Yeah, me, I'd rather go down swinging.
The choice that only was skinny, and this is like...
Yeah, people are talking about how I gained weight and stuff. Gained my muscle back.
No, it's because you're eating food that has been cooked by someone.
I'm eating food.
Yeah. So what content should you expect from you, bro? In fact, before you talk about content, I hope that was the last time you tried to commit suicide, bro.
Yes.
I hate attending funerals.
Well, I wouldn't be there to know. I wouldn't care. That, like I said, it becomes a you problem.
Yeah. It becomes a me problem.
It's a you problem.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't. In the last 4.5 years, I have never hit that low. Mm-hmm. I've never been that angry, that depressed, that in pain.
So you've never there's a word that they use. You've never
regressed?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Not even as far as having suicidal thoughts.
Did you ever seek for professional help?
Oh yeah, no, don't do that. I mean, do, but don't do that locally.
You mustn't do it locally. Why?
It's a waste of time.
Go further.
I called the Botswana suicide hotline.
Yeah.
The phone just rang. Twice. The phone just rang. And it's not a toll-free number. So you're charging me to stop me from killing myself. And you still don't pick up.
It's not for free.
It's not for free and nobody's attending it anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that was what I had considered to be my last straw, I would have killed myself. But it didn't happen, you know. And I've dealt with, I've tried to do the free counseling by UB. There was, I think it's a matter of finding the right psychiatrist, because some people really don't care.
Yeah.
They genuinely do not care. It's just a job, you know. And it's like, no, but why are you like this? Have you thought about not being depressed? Yes, that's why I'm here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there are some who genuinely do care about what happens to individuals. Like her name is Chanel. There's a lady called Chanel who runs her own mental assistance thing. It's called Let's Get Mental, I believe.
Yeah.
Her way of interacting with people who need help is actually an individual trying to stop another individual from hurting themselves. It's not a job. That's the type of assistance we need. But if it was for me needing assistance and then I called what's available to us and that's what happened, I can only imagine how many other people have tried. The ones that didn't decide to fight, the ones that were like, you know what, this is proof that I shouldn't be here. You know, those ones. We don't know how many of those are gone, and people will be very nonchalant about it. They are selfish, they try to kill themselves. No, the people who survive are the ones that are selfish because you didn't pay attention to that other person thinking everybody has issues. Sure, but have you heard theirs? Have you tried to deal with this? Have you tried to help them through this? Or you just want to make yourself feel better by being, I'm the one that's alive? That's the problem we're having.
So what are you doing to help anyone who's going through the same?
Currently, I am just giving you jokes. Ideally, what I'm working on, I started an organization called Art Against Depression.
Okay.
What it is it's going to be a facility for people that are going through it, but mostly artists. And not to say that people who are not artists are not allowed to use the facilities. This is still something that is in the drawing board stage because we're trying to get people to come on board, trying to find people who would be volunteering as mental health specialists for the people that we do find. We're trying to put together a system of where we can connect our organization and the cops so that if we can't get to the person, at least the police can. And then they have to handle the situation with the delicacy that it deserves, you know. I'm trying to bring more awareness to mental health by using my story, putting myself in the forefront first. because I can't tell anybody else's story. I can only tell mine. And mine, I can only tell it the best way I want to and how I can tell it. And then what happens from there, if anybody can get any lessons and assistance from that, then all the more, you know. But I'm not gonna try and tell everybody else's story and then try to narrow or shortchange my own.
Yeah.
Either for the betterment or detriment of anybody else. I can't.
All right, so moving on, like to new life. To new life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 2024. You're saying that you're coming back. How has been the industry in your absence? Would you say that it has grown or
Still the same.
still the same?
Actually, it's worse than when I left it.
What do you mean by that?
When I left the industry, there was beginning to be more reception for comedy.
Yeah.
There was more range in comedy. You would have people that knew that if you're going to a comedy night, you're going to a fun night.
Yeah.
As of late, if you ask anybody if they want to go to a comedy night, you're going to have a whole thing where you have to try and convince them to go.
Yeah.
Because there's no fun in it anymore. People assume it's the swearing and it's the jokes that are a bit childish. Sure.
Yeah.
But there was a bit more growth back then. Now it's like with the advent of the everybody being connected on the internet, a lot of people don't see the relevance of going out to have fun.
Yeah.
And then when they do go out, a lot of people that are still in the building, the people that are supposed to be the acts, some of them don't take the fact that somebody took their time to leave their house when they didn't have to come and watch you do something, you know. And with that in mind, if you don't provide the best to your ability, they're going to attach that negative feeling that they got that disappointment with everybody else around you, and that will kill what you're trying to build. You know what I mean? So I will not, in fact, taking myself out of this context, I'm just going to challenge anybody watching. If you can safely say that you get up every week, not just occasionally, every week to go to a comedy show that you can watch and safely say, I would recommend this to people, then like and share this video. If you don't and you think that there needs to be growth, tag a few people that you think might assist in the growth, you know what I mean? And then we'll tally up the numbers, because at the end of the day, it's not about, there's a bit of, it's meant to be mine. I am the act, so I must be the one that everybody comes to see, without people realizing that this is work. It's a job. You have people that look to you for entertainment, and then the others who look to you to make their own money to stay in the industry. And if it's a each man for himself type vibe, and I don't really care if I'm putting effort into my working, there's not going to be any growth of any kind. We have new comics are popping up.
Yeah.
Right, but they don't have any mentors. Nobody's mentoring them, because the guys who are supposed to be mentoring them are still trying to figure their own shit out.
All right, before we shut it down, because like we're running out of time. So
You should get a bigger camera.
like I said earlier, as why don't we have an aircon?
Oh, this is true.
Yeah. So what should we expect from Charlie? DJ.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what you're going to be expecting from Charlie this year is no holds barred, dirty, don't bring your mother and all the kids comedy, as well as another separate leg of heartfelt, honest, no sweating, all up, company affair. I can do church meetings type of comedy as well, because I realized I could do both. That's who I was. But at this point in life, you should expect content that is from the soul, not watered down for anybody, and not cut, for the intelligent, and also something that will help you become a better you, because I want to build you as you are with me. You know what I mean? So that's my main aim as Charlie for 2024. 2025 is going to be a whole different thing, but 2024 is just me touching base with all of you and making sure that you know that whatever it is you're going through, you're not alone, and you can still laugh about it. Okay?
Yeah. Charles Manase, bro. We're looking forward to your one-man show, which you didn't talk about, but we'll be broadcasting.
Hey. If I'm doing a one-man show, you guys are gonna be the first to know. I'll be here first.
Yeah.
To do that interview.
Yeah. Alright, no, thanks a lot, Charles Manase. Guys, it's a rep. We'll see you next week with another guest.